Hi everybody, Heidi here, your Yorkshire crafter. How we doing? I've just unpegged one of our little notices from the live. That means we're going to do somebody's video. How are you doing? I hope you're well. I've got a bit of a sore thumb and I keep bashing it. So just a quick one. There's a lot of people joining group, an awful lot of people, but some aren't answering the questions. And I know a lot of you are inviting people as well, but they still have to answer the questions. I know it all sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it's the best way to do it, to keep our group the way it's running. Look at all that splatter all over that. Yeah, so just answer the questions when you want to join. Come on over. We have giveaways, we have fun. There's loads and loads and loads of inspiration from everybody. The only two things we ask is no promoting anybody else and no selling. Apart from that, we've got it good. Right, so from the live, this may even be a week or two old. This was Nicola Burns's question. Do you ever stencil on patterned paper or card? Right, Nicola. So yeah, I do. I don't do it often because I don't think people don't normally ask for it. I normally do what people ask for, that's why I'm doing it. But I like to stencil on it and then stamp on it as well. But I'm literally doing what you've asked. So I'm going to, apart from there is a slide die cut going on to the last one, we're doing 3. So I'm going to get started because I've got less than an hour. It is Tuesday the 10th of September. I'm going to try and get this one out as quick as I can. You know, uploaded. So I don't have a lot of pattern paper, which we already know. I have this twice, and I also have this in vellum, which I've shown you, I think, on one of my other videos, so it might be upcoming. But I didn't want to do one where they've all got, can you see the silver in it? So I did pick a piece. This is lovely paper. That just on its own is lovely, isn't it? So I did cut some of that out, but I didn't go with it. I don't know why. It didn't really matter which I went with. I bet I ain't got any of the other. That'd be fun. Huh? Well, it was that. If you can see that one there, it's that. I do have a piece. I've got one piece left to do this. But I have got another booklet of it, but I'm not going to root that out for you. So, I also have this. This is all I've got in 12x12s. I got rid of, like I say, about 200 of them. So this is Lawnthorn. And this is lovely to stamp on and stencil on, what have you. So it's double-sided. You can use whichever side you want. We are going to use this one. But we're going to use that side. We're going to go with the flowers. So, but I've already pre-cut that. So I've tried to make it as quick as possible so that I can get it done. And the stripboard cards, they really are simple. So I also have Brutus Monroe card, but it's got that like protection on it. It's different. I don't know how you explain it. But then I have these, which are just your paper, really thin paper. Oh, that was a bit thicker. That was the other one that I cut. These are just random booklets that I have. I've just done one with that on, which I'll show you. Although you can't tell it with that now. Yeah, so even that, all you need to do is put, I'd say, a big stencil over it, so you're covering a huge majority of it. Or even just split it, stencil and white over it, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I must have been going to use that because I cut it down. Right, and then I've got quite a few of these little booklets, but again, I don't use them. I just don't use them. So today, we're taking that piece. I played with this and I've shown it, and they were like, oh yeah, that way. Oh yeah. So we are taking that piece. We'll start with this This is the piece I cut out from the booklet. And we are going to cut it down with the Master Layouts 1, I think. I might go 2, I don't know yet. Those are the bases we need. Right, so for this one, I want a stencil. I'll just show you what I just did it with. I've done it many times. It could possibly be on a video. Actually, I'll tell you what, it is on a video. Oh, that one. I did it with this one once, Alter New. And you just end up with half of it on your card. And I did it with that. I can't remember what for, but I know I did. I think I filed through it. Anyway, I'm looking for none of them. I've got stencils here I ain't even used yet. I'm right into layering stencils at the moment. That's a nice Christmas one I've never used. The sweater one. That'd have been a good one, actually. Even on something like that. So you've got like a Christmassy background. Believe it or not, that does have snowflakes on it. You can just see them faintly. So it would have been quite nice. So I've just done one with that. I have that one. Let's try that one. I think this is the one I normally use. So this is Stella Snowflake and that one's Snowflake Mandala. I thought it were quite a bit bigger. So that's what I'm going with. I'm not taping it down now. I'm just going to go with it. And I am doing it a little bit off because I want this space here to be blank. I'm just wondering which. I'm going to go with that behind it, actually. Oh, I don't know which way to go. Right, I'm doing it. We're going this way. And all I'm doing, I'm using Puffy Art and Ocean Waves. I did put down Sea Glass, but because of the colour below it, you didn't really see it. So I'm just going to do it with these two. It's a honestly straightforward, simple card for stenciling. Do it on normal card, do it on pattern card. Right, I'm just going to hold it. And I'm going to come different ways this time. I'll show you the one I've done. So I'm going to come in like that. I didn't want it to be that dark, actually. But too late. Honestly, it looks so weird when you do it. It's like, what's going on? It's right, isn't it? I say we're cutting it down, so. So with the blue, it comes in and makes you a lovely, lovely purple. It doesn't look to be taking very well. Although saying that, it didn't yesterday either on this paper. This is Crafter's Companion paper. And it didn't look to take well yesterday. But now I've just come back and made the cards into cards. I just left them because I ran out of time. And I've just come back and made the cards into cards. Thought I weren't using the right colour then. And the colour's settled and it looks lovely. So actually, don't go by this, how it looks now. So I think I'll wait to take my photos and then you can see them after it's settled. It definitely is a different look. I'll show you because I've used the same inks as well. How's everyone doing? Do you know, it's like, well, by the time this should go out, it should be the end of September. And I know people say, where's the year gone? Nah. And honestly, where's the year gone? We haven't even had an holiday yet this year. I mean, obviously, you know we're going on one, but when we come back, this is when it freaks me out a bit. Not so much now because we don't buy for everybody now. We used to spend an absolute mint on everybody. But I don't do it now. They just get one present, that's it. So it helps that way. But I used to, obviously I was saving for the holiday and trying to do Christmas at the same time. That's why I always used to shop in sales. But I ain't had to this time. Although I haven't bought any presents either, because nobody knows what they want. So, yes, it doesn't look the best right now. But honestly, when it dries, it's absolutely amazing. See if this alters it a little bit. Tell you what we'll do. Where's that? We'll do a bit on that and we'll use whichever one looks the best. See, I can see it changing colour. I don't know how much of that you can see. That's amazing how much it changes. Yeah. I'm just going to wipe over this one because I'm going to do the colours a different way. Not clean it off properly. I'm not bothered if it mixes in. I'm just going to... So this one, I've got to think about... It's got a line going through that. I don't like that. So we'll try and cover that bit up. So we know we will need some of this left. Let's just go with it from there. So I'm going to do the blue first. Take the lid off, Heidi. I don't want to run out of time for others. Like I say, I've got Eden asleep, so I don't have time for a massive nap. Mind you, I've got note to say. I felt a bit bleh last few days, but I think because the people I've been talking to have also felt meh. It doesn't help, does it? But also, I've just watched Coronation Street this morning. Oh, I cried like a baby. Absolutely cried like a baby. I'm soft when it comes to stuff like that. Yeah, it wasn't nice. If you haven't watched it, I'm not going to say out because it's a spoiler, isn't it? I love a bit of Corrie and a bit of Emmerdale. And actually, I've just been sat down watching EastEnders while knitting. I've got orders for my pumpkins, so that's what I've been knitting lately. I always get quite a lot of orders in from at this time of year. So normally my card making, I normally step back a bit, but because I'm doing videos now, it's harder. Oh yeah. Now that's different again, isn't it? Look, it's settling. Can you see? That's how it looked. Like a speckly. And it's settling already. Well, obviously I've dried it, but it really makes a difference. So we'll just put these tip back a minute. It comes a lot lighter. And this is from the same pad, so it should do exactly the same. Gosh, I thought I could see smoke then. Frightened myself because I know my gun's on its way out. My hairdryer, my heat gun, whatever it is. Right, I'm going to cut these down. I'm only going with one of them because I've only got one base done. So I want my inner, I'm using my master layouts, 1. And I'm going to go there. So I'm just going to put that through the machine. Can't get it straight now. I'll do. And I'm just going to do the same with this one. Can't get it straight. That's what you get for not taping it down, isn't it? Come on, get a grip. So with these, I would simply just choose. Now then, I thought I'd cut some to fit, but I don't know if I have. That's a good fit. So that will go on there like that, or it will go on there like that. I'm going to go with this one. That one will get made up. I just don't have the stuff out ready for it. I don't know where my tape gun is. Let's get a fresh one out. Well, that's not even a fresh one. I've just filled the other one, so I knew it won't run out on video. Watch this one run out now. I was messing about with this before, but that's a triple die cut that I've put on there. And I'm going to darken these up with pencil. It'll look quite nice when it's done. I used a double-sided tape to see what it would be like for intricate dies. It worked fine, absolutely fine. So I'll put that on a base. Now, what I was saying before about putting padding on. So I am still going to pad them because that's my favourite way of doing cards. But for those that are going to be going abroad, I'm going to have to do them like that. So they won't have that padding, and it really upsets me that they won't. Because think of it having an envelope on. It's only just going to go. So this is one that I did earlier of this. And with padding on it, you think you put an envelope on it and it's stuck already on the gems. So it automatically becomes a large letter. And your cheapest large letter is $1.55. So for America and Australian, you guys, it's going to be done as I'm going to finish this off now. It's going to be done flat. Oh, look. That's what you do with your scrap. Gosh, that's ages ago, is that? I'm talking over 6 months ago, is that? Wow. So I'm just going to put that on there. I'm not going to do it now, but I will splatter it with white because I just want to make sure we can get onto others. And I will also take a little sentiment and put it across the middle. So that's your card. These are them using 2 different cards. So that was the one where I said you wouldn't see it now. Because I'd splattered, it's actually got white stars everywhere. That's lawn foam paper. This is a Crafter's Companion, which is the same as that. Looks so much nicer, that bit there. But it will dry like that. But I also put the gems on. So that's the one we've just made. I feel like this is one of the Blue Peter moments, and I don't really like doing that. But I need to get these videos in for you. I go away in 6 weeks. We've got Carly and Aidan stay here. They always do when we go away, and they look after babies for us. And we take their baby with us. So it's a fair swap. So yeah, they're staying here. But if I can get all the videos done, even if I can't find internet to upload them, I get them cleared and already on my YouTube, and then I can show Carly how to just upload it and put it into group. Me showing them. So there, that is how the other one will look. I'll splatter it and put a sentiment on it. I don't like that colour behind. It'll look alright. So that's how it's going to look. Same with that, I've already got the sentiments done. I'll just put a sentiment on. And they're cute. And it's using your paper. I mean, you can make your own paper and do the same thing, but I'm just saying the question was to make stenciling on paper. So the next one we're going to go on to, I love this, how it turned out, is the lawn foam paper. This is old, is this and all. I don't know if that's what it's called, is it? Flower market? Don't know, I've had them a while. But we're going to make a mini slimline card. And we're going to stencil on that bit. That's his backing and that's his card. This card is 6.5 inches by 6.25, and you fold at 3.25. And for these two bits, I've had this a long time and all. The mini slimline, it makes the envelope as well, but I just use the bits out of it to make your card, to cut these. I always use these on my mini slimlines. And then I've also got a big one that does the same thing. So we'll go on to stenciling. And I'm using a stencil that I bought second hand. And I bought it from, I think I bought it off Cafe Lake. We all know Cafe. And it's your sweet poppy, it's your metal ones. I'm not putting it on my magnetic border out because I didn't want to practice it. I didn't feel the need to. What I did feel the need to do was get it straight. I mean, you could use that side if you want, but I just liked it on the flower side. So I'm just going to put that down. I am using permanent ink, VersaFine. I'll just get this ready because I am going to put some clear embossing over it. And I am going to use my daubers. So I have one specially for the VersaFine. Don't often use it like this, but I have one for it. I'm going to hold that there. And I'm just going to go through. And it looks like it stains this metal. But get your alcohol and it wipes straight off. I don't mean your vodka or your gin. Wouldn't find that in my house. Ah, you would have done once upon a time. It's funny. We were talking the other day actually, is how much money we've wasted because we've been talking about money issues we've posted and what have you. We've been talking about, you know, how much better off we could have been if we hadn't have drank. I used to smoke, but I mean, when we drank. We didn't just have an half here and there. We could drink. And I mean, the thought of it now makes me want to throw up. The thought of even just anything. I used to drink wine on Sundays, but we didn't just have a bottle. We had a few bottles. I mean, looking back now, I'd say we had a drink problem, you know. I ain't gonna lie. I bet if you ask kids, they'd say the same. But we were saying that we wasted a lot of money with drink. But we never, ever, ever let our kids go without anything. Even if we had to get a Visa card and go into debt to do it, we just never let them go without. They had holidays every year. They joined Scouts. They joined, Carla went to Brownies. They've just done everything. They've never missed out. So when we were talking about it, we were saying, yes, okay, we could have saved a lot of money drinking, but I would have still always have gone into debt for my kids, always. But now, looking back now, and you think, right, we're getting to that age where you do have to start thinking about retirement and stuff, and it is absolutely scaring the pants off me, absolutely. Just not knowing how you're going to cope, it's frightening, it really is. That's why we were talking about how much we could have saved. But it's too late now, isn't it? We've done what we've done. We won't be the only one that's wasted money with silly stuff like that. But we did. It is sad when you think about it. Although, I've got some belting memories. We've done some good stuff with kids. And I love also that the kids... that's alcohol, by the way. The kids remember all the holidays and stuff they've had bought for Christmas and what have you. So that's nice. It wasn't wasted, if you know what I mean. So there you go. It's come clean, but I can get it cleaner. Phew, that smells alcoholic. Yeah, just a thought now. I mean, don't get me wrong, we might go on holiday and before we have his meal, we might have half a lager each. That's a lot. Half a lager's a lot of drink for us right now. I think I'd end up on the floor with half a lager. And I don't smoke, so everything was given up. We gave up everything. Purely because I couldn't handle an hangover. That's why we stopped drinking. It wasn't out to do with money and end up it with hangovers. I'd have an hangover all weekend and then it would back to work and I felt like I didn't have a weekend. So some weekends I stopped drinking and it were better. I enjoyed my time more. And then when I lost my daddy, well, I had two dads. So my first dad, that's who this is, he committed suicide. Don't want anybody's sympathy out. It is what it is. But he committed suicide, so I went off the rails with booze. And I mean, I went off the rails. But then when my daddy died, the person I always wanted to be my dad, I came off the drink because I couldn't handle the feelings. I didn't want to be where I was when my dad died, if that makes sense. So I came off the drink. I just couldn't bear the thought of my memories being tainted with drink over losing my daddy. It were awful. It was tragic the way he went and everything. So not this daddy, the one I want to call, the one I call daddy. It's confusing. Came from a broken home. Yeah. Right. So now we're going to get our Quickie glue pen. And I hadn't used it for ages. I got it out yesterday and I thought, oh, come on, I haven't used you forever. And on each dot of the flowers, I'm going to put, it doesn't take as long as you think. It looks a bit, but it doesn't. I need to make sure all them dots right still got their thingy in there. So yeah, that's how I ended up coming off drink, because I didn't want it to taint his memory. And he saw me some bad times through drinking. He was even there when I lost my dad through suicide. So you see, one's called Dad and one's called Daddy. But yeah, I don't mind sharing it with you. It is what it is. That was the only time when I couldn't really work. When I was drinking, when I lost my dad, I took so much time off work. But my daddy was always there for me. Yeah, it's silly the way we react to stuff. It's like when my grandma died. She died from emphysema, which was caused by smoking. I mean, she still had a good life. She lived till 86, did my grandma. Now she's a woman I miss. It's nice when I can talk about her because it's not somebody we talk. It's not a conversation we have at home talking about people that we've lost. But yeah, I used to smoke, and knowing how she died, it didn't make me stop smoking. In fact, when I found out that she died, the first thing I did was go outside and have a cigarette because I was at work. I was just getting ready to go out on delivery because obviously I was posting. No, first thing I did was go and have a cigarette. So that didn't affect me that way. It was the booze with my daddy. I couldn't bear it. But then I also think, was I just a bit more grown up? My nan, my grandma, she went exactly 7 days before my 40th. And I were having a party. And she says to me, I'll try my best to be there. It was like she knew she were going. But yeah, it were all kind of weird. But then I just think she had a long life. It's just 86 is good. Even with emphysema. I'm just seeing if all the dots are covered. Yeah, they're all covered. So yeah, there's a bit of me that you didn't know about. So we'll be going to Florida now. And we would normally sit in the airport and have 2 or 3 pints because I could not, well, I still can't handle flying. I hate it. But now it's just, I just use my nails. I'll just bite my nails up instead of having a drink. And Andy stopped drinking because obviously I stopped going out. That's when I started becoming a bit more of a recluse, actually, when I lost my daddy. I just stopped going out because I stopped drinking, and then Andy, he would still get some booze every week when he went shopping. He'd get some booze and he'd sit and have a couple of drinks, and just over a few months it were like he just stopped. He stopped exactly the same as I did, and he just says, it's not the same drinking on your own. And I just says, well, I'm not drinking with you, I'm sorry. And that were it. He stopped as well. So we should be loaded with the amount that we spent on booze. But no, we're not. So that should be dry enough. I'm just going to try in the corner. Yes. So I'm going to put the whole thing down, actually. See if it'll pick them up. I think this is dead pretty, this one. Gosh, I feel like I've just told you my life story. Oh, there's more. There's plenty more. There's plenty more of it coming up that you'll find out anyway. Oh, I don't know if I didn't put one there or if I've just not squashed it on it. Are we on? Looks good to me. Look how pretty that is, just with them bits done. I love that. I know it sounds awful. We're talking about death, aren't we? And I'm just going to say to you, make a lovely sympathy card. Something I can't stand making. I know, none of us can, but nah. So, this card is done. I said they were easy, but I think it's quite effective. I nearly said infected. Maybe I should have a drink. I've never done drugs or out like that, so I'm all clear that way. My bad habits were smoking, drinking and sucking my thumb. Still suck my thumb. You've got to have some, haven't you, right? Yeah. I could have been a millionaire, couldn't I? Who knows? Everything happens for a reason. So I don't even know if my card base is straight. But I've got a tin full of these. Now I made these. I've got the die. It's a big stamp. You stamp it and then the die cuts it out. Well, when I first bought it, I'd watched somebody use it. This was me buying everything that everybody used. And I couldn't get it to do it. But I tried it about 4 weeks ago and it gave me all these. I'm still not a massive fan of how it looks. But yeah, I used it and it worked. So I was quite pleased with myself, actually. It just stamps them all in one go, and one die cuts each one out at a time, in one go. So, for the front of the card, I'm putting hello. These are my waffle flower double-sided strips. It's not wide enough for two of them, so it has to have a skinny one and a thicker one. Tell you what I'm petrified of when I'm flying. This time, I mean. Since giving up work, I've put quite a bit of weight on. And I've come to terms with it now. I'm not spending the rest of my life worrying about how I look. I do care, but I'm not worrying about it. I'd rather enjoy my time with Toby rather than worrying about how big I got. But yes, I'm worried about flying. I'm not huge, but I'm not as small as I used to be. So there you go, that's that card. I think that is absolutely beautiful. And it's just done on background paper. I think it's gorgeous. I'm glad I embossed it and all. It really makes that difference. So I think that's lovely. I do like making mini slimline. So, the next one. I'll tell you the rest of it in a minute. This is the lawn form paper that I've just pulled out this book, the fruit book. And when I was pulling it out, it had lemons on it. I thought, I've got an idea. So So here's my idea. It is also going to be cut down. So I'm going to use lemons, which is an All and Create stencil. It's called Margarita Dreams. So all I'm going to do, we're going to cut it down, so I'm not worried about any of that. And all I'm going to do is use some yellows and oranges to give it a bit of colour. I'm just going to go with the 2, so we're not here forever. Where's my yellow? Yeah, so I'm worried about fitting into the seat. You see, it's funny because Andy's lost about 5 stone. We actually thought he had cancer. It turned out he was diabetic, but he'd lost weight. I thought it works the other way around, but apparently not. Anyway, so he's lost about 5 stone and I've gained it. So I'm just worried about not fitting into the seat, but not having a lot of room, if you know what I mean. I can't explain. It's frightening for me. And like I say, I'm not the best flyer anyway. I'm awful at travelling. I don't like being in a car. I don't want to go in a car that Andy ain't driving. It freaks me out. But it is what it is. I know when I go on holiday, when I come back, I feel as big as I am now anyway. But because I haven't been very active, and I'm going to obviously have to strap up my ankles, so I don't want to do any more damage to them, because it's going to be a mega walking holiday. So hopefully I'll come back a bit lighter anyway. So it'll be opposite way around this time. I did plan on losing weight before I went, but I didn't want to spoil my holiday being there and saying, oh, I can't have this, I can't have that. I mean, we're going to America. They do amazing food. So, no, I gave up on the idea and said I'll do it when I come back. But I don't want to rush it either. So I've always been one of those dieters that I want it now. And I would do what I could to get it now and all. But I was a lot younger and all. Being a postie, I didn't really have to diet. You soon realise how much being a postie keeps you fit. Right, on the outside, I'm just going to give it a little bit of orange for the peel. Like I say, I'm not worried about getting it perfect or anything. And I'm putting a little bit of darker in the middle. It's literally just to show you that you can do it. You'll see on my one that I've done already, I've took more time in it. Oh no, I've just looked at it now. Oh, I was playing with inks yesterday, alcohol inks. And I've sprayed the bottom of my card because I had it on here. Oh well, it's what it is. That's a bit annoying actually, because I can't cover it up either. Not unless I want to put green splatters all over. It might not be a bad idea. So yeah, come on, I'm not the only one frightened of flying. I am that person that worries about anything and everything. This is going to look more like oranges, isn't it? Orange segments. Anyway. Yeah, I worry about everything. Even now, Carly's 32, Ashley's 34. And if they're going on holiday or they're going on a trip, like going away for a day or going out for a long journey car, they've got to tell me when they get there. And then I'll ring up because they'll forget. And I'll ring up and they'll go, oh, sorry, Mum. But it's always been me. And yet, I thought that's how my kids have been. I thought, I'm going to damage my kids. No, they're not the same as me. I mean, Carly wouldn't think twice about ringing her out unless I asked her. Strange, isn't it? You think you pass these things on, but no, I didn't. I'm glad. I'm really glad. It's like with Ashley. I never wanted Ashley to pass his driving test. I'm such a bad mum. I didn't want him to pass his driving test because I didn't want him to be a boy racer. And although neither of my kids have ever been in trouble about, I was frightened about other people, you know, in case they got into the red and what have you. Oh, you're rubbish at driving, blah, blah, blah. But it never happened. So I just worry for now, me. I'm just a worrier. It's like Andy, when he go to work, I mean he doesn't now, but always, only working that road, he had to ring me to let me know he were there. Always. I'm weird. I'm too overprotective is what my kids say I was when they were growing up. I'm an overprotective mum. But if that's all they can knock me for, you know, just worrying about them, then yeah, I think I did a good job. I've got good kids. Now then, I wanted that to look brown. I even thought about doing it black. And I'm still thinking about doing it black because of the card I've got done here. I just think black would have a bit more of an impact. But I don't want black to go onto the supposed lemon segments. What look like oranges. And yet it didn't matter if this colour went on because I don't think it'd do it any damage. It's a great stencil. I've been desperate to use it for a long time, so I appreciate getting this one to see about making this video. I got to use it. And actually it was seeing the paper and lemons. I thought, I know, I have lemons. In fact, I've got lemons, cherries, apples, pineapples. I've got all sorts, all by lawn fawn, and I've never done out with any of them yet. And I bet I've had them over 12 months, easy. If not longer. Right, I'll stick them in the drawer because they're done. Oh no, they're not. I need that. And that. Oh, need them. Right. Stick this to the side. They need to go downstairs to be washed. See, so straight away you've got a stencil on a piece of pattern paper. So I'm going to cut that down before we go any further. And I'm using my mass layout one again, and I'm going with my inner. And I think I just cut it like that. I just went straight down middle. But you could do it to the side, you know, and make a bookmark or a tag out of that. That's a great idea. But for today, I'm going with this. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm tempted now. Right, I'm going to cut that out. It is a waste really, isn't it? I should have done it to the side, but I wanted it up both sides. I'll just see if I've got a black mat and layer, because if I haven't, I'll have to cut one out now. That looks like right size. Yeah. Oh, I might as well stick it on it. Can't see for looking. Told you, didn't I? I just knew it. That is so predictable. Where's my other that I've been using? I've just got a brand new one out. That's unbelievable. I'm more worried that I've thrown the other one in the bin and I know it's brand new. It's easy done. Come on, what's wrong with you? There we go. Yeah, I knew it was going to happen. It had to, didn't it? I wonder how many videos I've done where that's happened. It's got to be, oh, don't know. Right, so we've got his card, but we ain't finished there yet. Let's get it on its base. Then we'll move on to the next bit. I told you this one were a bit more stepped up. I'll go that way. See, even that on its own, I think it's lovely. So I'll just put that there a minute. So what I've got, the tiny tag sayings, they're all with the fruit. Berry, pineapple, zest, melon. But I've got this, I've got a few of them, like I say, different ones. But I've cut out the lemons. So once I've got these middle bits out, come on, that will go onto there. But I'm just going to add a bit of colour to it first. And the same with 4 leaves. I'll tell you something else we do an all in group. We find all the crafty bargains. And they get put in group, not just by me, by other people as well. So we all like a bargain, don't we? You'll see loads of people putting bargains in that they've found. So the leaves, I've just got a piece of green. I thought I won't pre-cut everything. So I'm just gonna, just using 2 of them. Ow. I'm going to cut that in half because it marks the rest of the card on the way through, just like your normal plates would. I put in group yesterday, it was somebody that messaged me actually, these plates are reduced again. I mean, they're only, I think they're only £6 to start with, or £6.99, and they're down at just over £5 at the moment. I've never replaced mine yet, but I did buy the ones that were reduced. In fact, this were in the black this time that I've bought. So yeah, they were just over £5 this time. Alright. It's not a lot of money, is it? But like I say, I've never replaced them yet. However long I've had this machine. These plates hold up better than any of your plates in your machines, in your, you know, your big machines. And I use it every day. It gets some wellied as my little sidekick. So that's called Zesty Lemon, that one. So I'm just gonna, we don't have to do out with the bottom ones because they're going underneath. Where's my, so my yellow one, I'm going to colour the whole thing. So it gives me some, it helps the next bit of colour move, because you can't, I mean, there is a difference, but it's not huge. But when I start putting the orange on, it helps it move more, you know, flow better. So this card is Dandelion. Somewhat Dandelion, or is it just Dandelion by Gina K? So I've put a bit of yellow on. I'll see if there's enough orange on there actually. And I'm just making it a bit more unflat. If that makes sense. I'm going to put a little bit on. I'm going to sneeze. Am I? So yeah, it definitely gives it a bit better look to it than just a plain. And then I've just blended it out with that bit of yellow that's on it. But it's definitely better. Looks nicer. So I'll do the same with this. take that bit of orange. And like I say, because we've got that yellow on, it just goes smoother. Just use what's on there and smooth it out a bit more. And there you go, it's blended perfect. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on. Now then, I don't know if there's a right and a wrong. Soon find out. That fits. That'll do. Same again. I think there is a right and a wrong, you know. Oh, I don't know. There's more to worry about than that. Right. So the leaves, I've been messing with my nails. I bite them, honestly. I'm terrible habits. And I can't pick stuff up now. So I'm just going to go with a bit of light green. That's Firefly. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to give it a bit of a base. Where is my little green brush? I definitely got it out. Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it does. 1 second. I didn't definitely get it out. So with Shadow Creek, it's very dark. I'm just gonna take it off that yellow before it picks it up. I'm not bothered how it looks, but I'm just gonna whack a little bit on, just so it's not an even colour, if that makes sense. I know what I mean. These remind me of leaves that we had in privets when we were growing up. That's what they look like. Either that's sunk in quick or I didn't put enough on it. And then what's already on the brush, I'm just going to smooth that down a little bit. There you go, it's just blended in nice now. Sorted. Oh, why isn't that going on properly? And where's my green one? Oh, I keep doing this. Right, just move. Oh, it's there, look. Right, so we'll take his card back. And we'll get a few little foamies. And I'm going to stick these up here. Like that. Like that. That looks all right. I'm just going to stick it straight down the middle. I really should put some round sides, but just for time, I'm just going to stick it there. And then this one, I'm going to do the same, but it's going to overlap a bit. So I'm going to stick it a bit further out And I'm also going to put a tiny bit of glue there, because that bit of glue is going to sit on the corner here. So I'm going to go like that. So that'll stick to that now. Then with the leaves, gosh, I can't pick them up. I'm going to put a tiny bit here of foam. Note to self, don't bite your nails. So it's going to stick there, mostly glue, and then just a little bit of foam around that side. Just so it's okay sticking it to this, but if it gets squashed, it's going to be pushed down. Like, I really should have put more under that, but just for the video, I'm not. And I'm just going to put it there. Then the other little one, I'm going to glue down properly and put it like it's coming out of here. And then the bigger ones, I'm going to have one there. So I want a tiny bit of tape there. And a bit of glue. About there. And then that one will just be glue, I think, yeah. So ideally I could use my tweezers and hold them together. That's okay, but now it's lifting this end up. Oh, I knew it were. It's mucky. I thought it were. Can't win, can I? Actually, it doesn't matter if that lifts up a bit. I'm going to try I don't use tweezers enough, you can tell, can't you? These are mucky from alcohol ink. I'm going to try and stick that. Oops. Under there. Because now it's got something it can squash down on. That's fine. That's better already. Right, and just a little quick sentiment. I'm going to take the thanks, because those are the cards that I send out. And take the little block. I really want some more blocks like this, you know, the holding. This is filthy. My drawers need sorting out. Ignore me. Well, we've just done time and all, an hour. That's good. Is that good? That's good. So I'm hoping it should work. I did it the other way around before. Be straight. Yay! Well, I'm happy with that, apart from that little mark there, but it is what it is, isn't it? Just looks like a bit of darker green, doesn't it? We're right. Right, so what did we do? I love getting my little stamps out that I never get to use. Hey up, Eden's knocking on the door. I'm coming, kid. Right. So we've got the, look. Can you see what that were alcohol inks when I was blowing it? See, I put that on before last time. I've just done it now, haven't I? It looks okay. So that's what that's pattern paper. That's pattern paper. I love this. And that's pattern paper. Oh, have you heard her? Grandma, where are you? And then that one, which I'll finish off now. Put them on. I'll do it on that one as well. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I really, really, really appreciate you asking me to do stuff or asking me if I've ever done something. Because it's good to get me out of my comfort zone as well. It really is. Sometimes it don't feel like that, but yeah, it really is. So right, I'm going to go and see to my granddaughter. Can you hear her shouting? Right, I love you guys. I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.